Hi friends, welcome back to the channel. It's been a big few days for OpenAI. They have launched their promotion 12 Days of OpenAI. We're now on day 5. I'm going to run through what's happened in the first 5 days. I'm going to give you a demo of their new Canvas mode, which is available on all of their plans. And I'm going to talk about the crash that they had today. So first up is the 12 days promotion. OpenAI.com/12 days with 12-days as the URL. First up, day 1, you might have seen this in the news, people talking about ChatGPT Pro, $200 version. That is pretty expensive per month for ChatGPT. If you are an absolute high-end user though, and you are making huge amounts of calls, particularly I think if you are using APIs, if you're really hitting it pretty hard and need more than what you're getting out of your current paid subscription, I think this could be pretty good. Sam Altman was very quick to say that, look, this is not replacing any of the existing ones, it's just coming on top for those very top-end users. So day 1, they launched ChatGPT Pro. They also had an announcement with a few updates around O1. Each of the days on this page, they're giving a video and then generally some other details about what's going on. So that was the first one, ChatGPT Pro and the update of O1. Day 2, they had the expansion of the reinforcement fine-tuning research program. So they've opened up for more people, particularly researchers and academics, to be able to join this program. This is a bit more technical than your average user is going to be interested in, but if you are interested in their fine-tuning research program, link there, apply now, fill out some details. They certainly seem to be favoring academics and researchers on that one. Day 3, another big one, announcement of SORA. So some months ago, we saw demos and the beta of SORA, so video creation, and this was their attempt at launching and it just got completely inundated with people trying to join. Certainly as of right now, if you follow through to SORA, they are not taking new accounts, so unfortunately if you haven't been able to get in there already, you are going to be waiting. As you can imagine, video is going to be using a lot of resources, and I think they had not planned for how many people were going to jump in there. So pretty cool, but unfortunately was attacks on their systems. And I suspect this is what led to the crashes that they've had today, is just an overwhelming number of people trying to get in, not only use ChatGPT beyond what they are used to, but also the extra resources getting dedicated to SORA. I haven't seen much in the way of an official announcement from them just yet discussing the downtime and the crashes. We will have to wait and see whether something comes out in the coming day or so. Day 4, Canvas. Now this is really cool, and after we've looked at day 5, I'm going to give you a demo of Canvas. If you use ChatGPT for coding in particular, this is going to be really valuable for you. It sets up so that you can edit just certain bits in a much cleaner way, rather than having to reprompt and redo things over and over and find inconsistencies between the different versions it generates. And day 5, ChatGPT getting added into Apple Intelligence. So whilst ChatGPT and OpenAI and Microsoft have been good buddies, now we are going to see some of that ported over into the Apple infrastructure. You can jump on here, watch the video where they are demoing it. Gotta love the sweaters that they have for day 5. So these are getting announced every day. Check in on their site tomorrow and you will get to see what day 5 is. So now for a demo of Canvas. This is a really handy little addition. So on our ChatGPT page, we can see we've got this little box here, View Tools. One of the tools is Canvas. When I click on this, then we can see in blue, it says Canvas. And it tells ChatGPT that whatever I prompt and ask for, it's going to use this canvas mode of displaying and working rather than the traditional way that it would normally take your prompt, fill stuff down the screen. So let's suppose that I ask Canvas to write some R code to scrape the web for the All Blacks player names and birth dates for some research I want to do. Then I can just hit go like I normally would, and it starts off appearing like we would expect, and then we can see it does its little switch. My prompt ends up over on the left hand side, my code here in the center, and it's given me some code. Not 100% sure. I suspect this code won't quite work properly. Doesn't really matter. What I want want to demo to you is, let's suppose down here in line 30, instead of saving as a CSV, I want to save it as Excel. Let me prompt that. And so what we will see, let's see, I've said replace row 30 to save as Excel instead of CSV. It's a prompt I'm going to run, and it's going to run through. It's going to leave the rest of it alone. So rather than completely rewriting this like it would have previously, I'm going to hit that, and we can watch the cursor head down the page, currently leaving things alone. I've been very specific with asking about row 30, but you can get it to be a little bit more general if maybe I asked for use a different package or do this in a slightly different way, and I would be able to see where it's making those edits as it heads down the page. We can see that now down here it is row 31, gave an extra comment in there, but is now saving as an Excel file instead of a CSV. That was the only thing I wanted changed. It was able to leave the rest of it alone. What is also handy is I can edit it as well. So I can just whack my cursor in there and I can make edits to this code. Down in the bottom right, there was a button which I just hit, which does a code review. And so running through, it'll go line by line. It'll run a code review as well. So we can see there's my code review button. Run that and ChatGPT will go through and check my code, make some comments, might give me some things that I might want to edit further. And again, I have editing control on this page. I can go and get bits and pieces and change it. Also, as well as code review, I can also port to another language, fix bugs, add logs, and add comments. Here are my options for porting, so let's see what happens if we try and port this over to Python. When we port over to Python, or if we'd run it in Python initially, Python code can be run within ChatGPT. So we've got our Python code here. We can see we've got the run button up in the top right hand corner. We can see that I get a warning here because I am making some network requests. That's cool. It's nothing particularly harmful. We hit run, and it's going to run our Python code for us. Now, unfortunately, my code ran into a couple of bugs and then also managed to do something a little bit funny and break OpenAI. But that aside, hopefully you can see the power of this, particularly if we're writing something in Python where we can run it here in frame in the ChatGPT Canvas. We can port and fix bugs and code and log and also edit the code ourselves. This Canvas mode is available in all of the versions, including the free version of ChatGPT. And so far, of the announcements of the 5 of the 12 days of Christmas we've had, this is the one that jumps out as most useful. SORA is pretty cool, and long term, being able to create AI video is something that's pretty amazing. But the Canvas mode is something that I'm getting immediate use out of, and I think if you're doing any kind of coding, you will as well. So that's it for today. Hope you found this video helpful. I'll be back really soon with more videos on AI stats, research, and random stuff.